Hi guys, let's go into that 100 push-up challenge today. So I'm going to take you through 100 push-ups, different variation, different exercise, so we can hit the entire chest from different angles. So it ain't just going to be particularly just dropping down and doing and whacking out 100 push-ups. It's going to be 10 different exercises for your chest, so we can work the entire chest, hitting the upper, the wider, the inner, the middle, and the lower chest, so you can get that overall balance in the chest. And also, I don't recommend doing 100 push-ups every single day. So if you're doing like one of those 30-day challenges where you do 100 push-ups every single day, that actually isn't the best way to work your chest. You want to make sure you're taking some rest days. So if you're working 3 to 4 times a week doing 100 push-ups, that's more sufficient. The fact that you get a few days to rest and recover, you want that muscle to repair, get stronger, get thicker. So you're actually building strength as well along doing those push-ups. So you're only going to be able to increase your actual push-ups and moving from a beginner and advancing yourself into the intermediate levels and so on. So you can do more push-ups and be much stronger with your body weight. It's also going to be important through the workout not to go too fast. It's a lot of push-ups to do, and we're going to start from the hardest exercise first, and then we're going to move to the most easy exercise. And you have to have that kind of pattern, so it's not just at random when you're doing the exercises. You can't be able to do a push-up exercise and suddenly choose another push-up exercise that you're not able to complete the repetitions required. So you don't want to be going from a slightly easier exercise to more difficult. You want to start from the most difficult, where you have your strength right at the beginning of the workout, and as your chest muscles are fatiguing, you want to be moving on to much easier regressions. So that's still going to feel difficult as you move on to those. You're just going to be able to get those same reps. We're going to be aiming for 10 reps and doing 10 exercises. So we're going to start from the hardest, work your way through to the easiest, and you're still going to feel a great pump through the workout. And this is particularly for a beginner, so we're going to get some simpler exercises for you to get started. And the great thing about this is you don't need any weight whatsoever. It's a completely body weight push-up exercise, so you don't need to be having any weights on your back or any dumbbells, anything extra added to the workout. So you can do this from anywhere and do it right from the comfort of your home. So I want to go straight through and go through each of these exercises, starting from the hardest, and let's start those 100 push-ups. Just for the first exercise, I like to go a little bit easier, which is like a warm-up to the actual chest. You also want to warm up those shoulders, so it's very important that you don't injure yourself, especially that front deltoid, and go in a little bit easy with the first exercise, just to get that pump going, and then it's ready and it's prepared to go for the much harder exercises. So first one, elevated push-up, just elevating yourself in any way you can. A couch, get a couple of chairs, a countertop, whatever works for you. I'm going to be using the bench here, and you want to meet that lower chest line right to the end of any object that you're working on. So 10 push-ups. All right, so once you've completed those 10 reps, you can take some little bit of time to rest. You need a much shorter rest right now because at the moment it'll be pretty easy at this stage. So just taking even like 20, 15 seconds, whatever you feel. We're going to go into the next 10 push-ups, and we're going to a harder exercise now. So we just get down to the floor. Going for our hardest exercise is the wide push-up. Going fairly outside of your shoulder width here. Get that good straight line through the body. And you're going to keep that palm line with the chest on the way down. Get that chin to the floor. All right, so when you're doing the exercises, as you saw, slow, controlled. Make sure you're keeping that good form for the exercises. If you can't even complete 10 of those, then all you need to do is drop onto your knees to complete and finish the 10 repetitions. And now we're just going to take some rest. Again, you can take as much rest as you like. Just try to keep it under that 90 seconds. So it gives you just that enough recovery and not resting too much, and then moving into the next one. So we're going to be going into a much closer grip here, so getting that thumb and the finger to touch when you're doing it. We're coming much closer into the chest, so midline chest, and working the inner part. We're also going to work some triceps here, so it's also going to be great to build those triceps and build strength in those arms. The first exercise we did was those wide push-ups, just one before this, and that's actually working the width of the chest, so going a little bit on the outside, so midline of that. So now we're going to come and close it in. So let's go ahead, 10 diamond push-ups. all the way down. Get that chest to touch your hands. All right, and again, if this exercise is too hard for you, even as a beginner to start with, again, just drop onto the knees. You're going to over time build that strength and you'll be able to get those knees back up again. So just start with doing a full push-up, even if it's 2 push-ups, 3, whatever you can get. Just drop on the knees, try to finish those 10, take some rest again before moving on to the next one. Next one, we're just going to be grabbing a pad if you need it, because I'm going to have the knees on the ground. So kneeling side to side push-up. And what you're going to do is, we're going to be emphasizing a little bit more of the body weight on one side of the chest. So we're moving literally one side to the other side, completing 5 repetitions on each side. So let's go ahead. So bringing one line, hand to the center line, and one across the other side. So we're going to be dropping down, get that chest down, still keep that palm alignment with the line of the hand in the center. Push across, switch hands, other side. All right, so complete that side to side push up, 10 reps, take a little bit of rest. Again, just take as much as rest you feel you need. Keep it under that 90 seconds and then moving on to the next. Should start feeling that fatigue right now, building up. And right by now, it's going to get a little bit more tough on the chest. So I want you to bring yourself to an elevation point now. Again, where you can find the countertop, the sofa, whatever works for best for you. The higher you come up on the elevation, the easier the exercise. The lower you go, the harder it's going to get. So you need to set yourself up whatever you can find at home, wherever you're doing the exercises. We're going to be moving into some plyometrics, a bit explosive movement, and really forcing and engaging those chest muscles and pushing through. So again, I'm going to my bench for the elevation. So we're going to do a plyometric in and out push-up. Again, focusing on the inner part of the chest as well as going slightly wider this time. So we're going to hit some width and then closing the gap. Let's go ahead, 10 push-ups. It's going to be very explosive on the way out, really push it, but keep that center line, keep the body falling forward on the exercise to really get the right sufficient impact from it. All right, so that 10 reps being very explosive here. We're also going to continue for the next exercise. We want to keep pushing there. We're going to keep the width this time, so not closing the gap anymore. Staying out wide. We're also going to go for that neutral-based explosive push-ups again. So hitting those plyometric form for another 10 reps. So you take that little bit of rest that you need and then go into that exercise. Let's go ahead, elevated plyo push-ups. Just staying in slightly more of a neutral grip here, not going out too wide either. And again, same as before, just not closing the gap. 10 reps. All right, so this is the moment. You're going to feel that pump. Really fatiguing. If you really find that you're not making it to that 10 reps, you can always take a little pause, finish it off if you can't find a different setting or different elevation from where you're working right now. So there's no reason why you can't have even that short little bit of rest to complete those repetitions, whether there's 2 or 3 left. Take a 5, 10 second pause, whatever you need, and then just finish them off, take a longer rest again, moving on to the next exercise. So next up is the elevated reverse push-up. One of my favorite exercises because it doesn't only work the upper chest, which we're going to be moving away from the midline now, really focus on the upper chest. It also works an area most neglected, which is actually the rear tricep head. It also helps you build great arm size, really builds the thickness of the arms, so you're getting twice the effectiveness of this particular exercise. So we're going to do this in an elevation form again. You can always just do this on the floor. You can also do it on your knees, and that will be the alternative if you don't want to do it in elevation and you haven't got anything at the right height. So let's go ahead and perform 10 reverse push-ups. So for this one, any object you got, you want the palms facing forward, fingers back on you, turn your hands as much as you can, and get that outside shoulder width grip. And again, bringing that chest line right to the end of any object that you're working, coming over, and exhale out on the way up. You should really engage your upper chest. All right, always enjoy that one. Feels great. Feel that top of the chest really pumping through and hitting that rear tricep head. So now, about now, should feel pretty tough, pretty pumped out. Feel good in the chest. Feel good in my triceps right now. Taking that short rest. Let's move into the next one. So let's go ahead and go into those neutral push-ups now, regressing from that reverse grip push-up. So again, moving on to something slightly more easier, and going into a regular push-up. So you're going to go with a neutral grip here, shoulder width apart. So we're also again focusing some triceps here, as well as hitting that midline and lower end of the chest. So 10 reps, palms again, line with the chest at all times. Keep that core tucked in, so you're not dipping the hips, keep it tucked all the way down. All right, getting tough now. Closing up almost those 100 repetitions. As it gets tough, just like that again. If you're really finding to do the neutral push-up tough on the floor, you can also continue that on the elevation without doing any of those plyometric forms, and just have the elevation that you can finish those 10 reps. Again, if you don't have that, just drop it onto the knees, although we are moving on to the next exercise, and it is going to be doing those same neutral push-ups again, and this time regressing on to our knees. Again, line up. So going to full push-up first, get that good line, drop the knees. You want to bring the chest all the way down, close that gap between that stomach, those hips to the floor. 10 reps. All right, even that's going to get tough, just doing it on the knees. We did that at the beginning, it feel like a piece of cake. As you work through those regressions, like I said, it was going to feel tough, even doing the most simplest of the chest exercises. So I'm going to hold on to this pad, because we're going to be moving on to one more. So we've hit 90 reps so far, last 10 to complete, to get those 100 reps for the day. So let's go ahead and perform that last one. Going into another simpler regression is the pushback. We're going for that kneeling pushback, staying with the mat. So last 10. So with the pushback, you want to get that same line again. Push up position first, drop those knees. So as we drop in now, you can drop your hips back. So you're actually taking the tension off those shoulders and chest through every single repetition. So that is it, guys. 100 push-ups completed for the day. Take some rest, take a day or two out, and then go ahead and repeat the same workout 3 to 4 times a week to really get stronger, really build that chest. You might even see the difference just doing a month of this, and you'll actually see some shape in your chest. It's a great way to work your chest, definitely at home, hit these bodyweight exercises, get stronger and build that chest, making sure you hit all angles and don't go out every single day hitting this chest workout, because you're going to need some time to recover, repair, as I said at the beginning of this video. So make sure you go and do that. If you like this, make sure you smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel and comment down below what you'd like to see in the next video. Until then guys, I'll see you in the next video.